K-Rock, Mid-Atlantic Rock Views, Marmy Rock Show. You can hear the ambiance in the background of Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I'm here with The Light Divided from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Their new single, Fear of Heights, is out right now. You can pre-order their new record. Welcome to the show. Hey! So, I don't know who wants to field this, but first, for our listeners who are new to you guys, who would like to give us a little bit of bio of the band, the background of the band, and the history?
Oh man, the pressure is real. We formed in 2007. Been hammering it out ever since, trying to stay busy on the road. Like he said, new album coming out October 5th. Choose Your Own Adventure. It's a different style than what I think people are used to from us. We're sort of dropping some of the scream vocals, doing more clean vocals, going from being a little more heavy to a little bit more accessible. We're going to pop metal. So we might lose street cred for that, but I'm okay with that.
Now, you won't lose street cred, but talk a little bit about the decision to do that. Was that did you guys talk about that, or was that just organic about how the music came about?
It kind of naturally happened once we got into the studio with Kyle Odell. We didn't have as many restrictions this time and just wanted to do something different. We've always been a fan of the music that we make. This time around, it's just like, holy crap. You know, I don't want to jinx or anything, but like Kyle had this vision. Like he knew exactly what ways to push us, make us advance as musicians, also tone it back a lot so it's not over the top. All the focus goes on JC and her vocals. Obviously, we still have good, solid backing music, but I mean, again, focus right on her.
Yeah, I think we were. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I do that a lot.
I'm used to it.
I think that we all kind of felt like we were stuck in a box for the last couple of records where we were, okay, well, for it to be an Light Divided song, we need to make sure we have like a heavy part and then a pop punk part and then this and that. Whereas when we did this record, we were like, let's just make music that we're a fan of and just kind of scrap everything we've done in the past and just see what organically comes out. Let's just listen to everybody's influences and make something badass.
I mean, I think basically we gave ourselves over the process. We wrote a bunch of stuff, and it's not that we abandoned it at all by any means, but when we went in the studio, we really took our time to hammer out and try and make the really the best songs possible to really focus in. And we ended up switching a lot of things around and coming up with a product that we think is definitely different for us, but we think better.
So let's talk a little bit about the single that's out right now, Fear of Heights. Tell us a little bit about that tune, what the song's about, and somebody's stepping back. So who wants to talk about it?
JC can tell you what it's about.
Musically, with this song, it was one that I was writing in the studio, and Kyle was just kind of guiding me along. I had a few ideas for riffs, and he didn't really like many of them. He said they were too complex, there's too much going on. He said you got to simplify it, bring it down a little bit, just kind of focus on the beat of the song. We're really going to make this one a driving, rhythmic song, and it really took a lot of work out of him to kind of like get me to calm down. I had guitar ADD. Once we finally did, I kind of figured out what we were doing with the song, and honestly, I just stopped trying to write songs that fit into that old category of A Light Divided, and started just kind of writing really songs that fit for the record and for the direction we were going, and I think it turned out as an amazing song.
So there's a music video out for that song. Who wants to tell us about the recording of that music video, where that was shot, and all the particulars behind that?
Very hot.
It was a lot like this.
Like today?
Yes.
Yeah, it's hotter than hell here today.
Except in an isolated box. But no, we worked with Justin Reich up in Greensboro. He's done all of our music videos for the last little bit now, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was nice getting all this sweaty with each other and having to replay the track a bunch of times, but turned out really well. And then
that laser was badass.
Insane.
Yeah, we made the mistake of looking at it a couple of times.
I think for the video that it was really important for us to showcase just who we are as a live band, because I think that's really our strong suit. We're super high energy, and we really wanted to put that across, especially with the new sound and the new music. We really wanted to showcase that to people who maybe haven't seen us either live before or checked out any of our past videos, and really let them know that we have a lot of energy. You guys should get excited about it too. Like we.
Hey, let's talk a little bit more about that, because my missus and I were up there watching you guys. She hadn't heard you before. I played you guys in the hotel room. She heard you, and then when as soon as we heard you play live, she's like, "This is a lot heavier than I thought they were going to be." Is that like a normal reaction for you all?
Yes. Yes.
I think so. I think a lot of that just boils down to our stage energy. We try to just constantly stay moving, and every single one of us subscribes to the belief that it's more important to put on a show than it is to play every single note perfectly.
Not that we don't aspire to do that. We try, damn it, we try, I swear.
And the thing about it too is, like, you know, if somebody wants to just listen to the music, they can just sit at home and do it. You know, people pay hard-earned money to come and see, like, people come and see a show and throw down and have a good time.
But we're in this really interesting niche where we're like, we play a lot of genre shows. So we'll play like a metal show, and we're like the lightest band there. So we got to keep the energy up so that we're engaging to that metal crowd. But then we'll play a rock show where we're the heaviest band there. So we keep the energy up so we're engaging to that crowd too. So we really just try and push the energy envelope, which about killed a couple of us, myself included, on a hot day like today.
It was tough up there. It was actually my next question was going to ask is, like, your genre seems to span a whole bunch of stuff. When I listen to a song, I'm like kind of on a little bit of a journey. Has that kind of been your niche from day one, or is that something more recent with you guys?
Absolutely. I think that every single one of us, if you were to ask us like our favorite bands, we'd give you a whole bunch of different answers. So it's nice to be able to include everybody's voice and everybody's influence in the music that we make, because we feel like music is fun and you shouldn't just have to pigeonhole yourself to one particular genre.
So, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Music is the expression of self. So, like, we have a lot of varying influences. Even, like, each of us individually has a lot of varying influences, from pop to metal, and even some country influences, all kinds of stuff. So, like, we try to bring about the things that we like and infuse them together, and that just does make for, like, a genre mashup, but that's kind of what we want anyway.
So you're not too far from home up here, I don't think, a couple hours away. So what drew you to Blue Ridge Rock Fest? Like, what brought you guys to this festival in particular?
That lineup is insane. It's
Yep.
to be able to have the opportunity to play with so many amazing bands that we all love and some of us kind of grew up listening to. It was no brainer, man. Plus, we love the fact that it's kind of like a multi-genre show. Like, you can go from like seeing Lamb of God to Twisted to Slaves to CKY, and it's like everyone's just here to have a good time. And I think
we didn't play the one last year. So when the offer came around for us to play this year, we kind of jumped on it because we watched a lot of our friends, both in press and in other bands, you know, covering or playing the show, and we're like, damn, wish we'd have done that.
Kind of just up the road for y'all, right?
So, you know,
absolutely.
but at the time we also weren't. We were in the middle of writing phase, so we're now getting out into marketing phase and like trying to build up for our new record coming out.
Yeah, everything just kind of fell into place. Like, this is a month before the new record. We were like, that would be a great opportunity to kind of go out there, maybe play a new song or two, kind of gauge the crowd reaction and see how it goes. So like Cole said, it was a no-brainer.
We did play a brand new song for the first time tonight, actually.
That was special.
Well, you've got an album release coming up. Tell me a little bit about the album release show. Is it a special venue? Is it what? Talk about where you're releasing it and that show you got coming up.
Go ahead.
It's at the Blind Tiger in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it is a free show to anyone over 21, $5 under 21.
Yeah, we rented out the entire venue because personally for us, it's less about having people pay to come out. Like, it's a party. We want to celebrate this release, and we want to celebrate with all the people that are fans of our music. So to us, we just wanted to make it free so that anybody who wanted to attend can come, especially because there's a lot of people that are driving from out of town, and you know, you already have to pay the gas money. I don't want to charge anybody 10, 15, however many dollars at the door too. Just come out, hang out with us, and see a badass rock show with a lot of killer bands on it.
I think probably one of the most important things was, like, we wanted to make a show where every band on the bill kind of fit the description. It's like, okay, we love these bands. We love what they stand for and everything about it, and just want to have a good time, man. We want everybody to just come and hang out, and, you know.
We're making it a party.
So you've been a band for a little while now. What was the most epic moment for this band? If you look back over the history, like that epic on-stage wow moment, can you all think of what it might be?
Alternative Press was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that wasn't an on-stage moment, but
It could be off stage too. Epic moment.
Loading into this place was pretty epic.
Yeah, like Cole was saying, I've been a huge Alternative Press magazine fan from the time that I was 16 years old. I remember ripping out pictures of my favorite bands and hanging them on my wall, daydreaming about one day my band's going to be in the magazine. So for them to premiere the Fear of Heights video was like, I absolutely bawled my eyes out. Like, I could not believe that was literally happening to us. So that was probably by far the coolest moment as a band for me personally. But my favorite show, I guess, would be, it was a show that we did called the We Are Not a Genre Show. It was an all quote-unquote female-fronted show, but we did it to prove that not all female-fronted bands are the same. Yeah, you can't compare this band to that band when one's a pop-punk band and the other one's metal, but just because they all have a female vocalist. It's not about that. So that show was specifically really cool to me because it was really great to see all the fans come out early, buy merch from every single band there, and stay until the very end. I just thought it was a really cool experience for so many people to come out. That place was packed, and like the support they showed every single band was incredible. So that's one of my personal favorite shows.
Warped Tour 2009, we did a one-off show. We won the Ernie Ball thing. And first note, first song, I'm laying on my ass, laughing hysterically.
He missed time the hell out of a jump. So I just got a feature in Gear Gods did the premiere of drum playthrough for Fear Heights, which
I saw that actually on the Facebook page.
That was pretty cool. Especially like my mother passed about 3 days before.
Oh, sorry.
That happened, so it was really cool to like have a good up note. So that was pretty cool.
So last thing before I let you go, plans after the CD release. What's the plans for the band going forward after the CD drops?
Hitting the road, man. Going on tour and staying there as long as we possibly can.
Can you leak anything, or maybe not? Is this going to be somebody we don't know, or like a region of the country? What can you tell us?
Just be on the lookout. You'll know very, very soon.
Fair enough, man. They are A Light Divided from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You can buy Fear of Heights right now. You can pre-order their new record, which is called
Choose Your Own Adventure.
Choose Your Own Adventure, coming out real soon. So we're here at Blue Ridge Rock Festival. A Light Divided guys and gal, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had a blast.